arc with the center line. Where this line intersects with the AB, we'll name it as O. Now taking O as center and OB as radius, we will mark a semicircle. We will mark a semicircle. We will give nomenclature to the circle one by one. This semicircle intersects with this bisector line. We will name it as point number 4, and the upper bisector arcs, we will name it as point number 6. We will see why we have given this point number 4 and 6 rather than giving 1 and 2. We will see it later on, but now we need to take bisector of point number 4 and 6. So again it would be same procedure. Take 4, 6 as radius, 6 as center, arc on the both the side. Same way, 4, 6 as radius, 4 as center, arc on the both the side. Join the intersecting arc with a light reference line. Where it cuts the bisector line, we will call it as point number 5. Now the reason why I have given point number 4, 5 and 6 is because this number represents the number of side which can be obtained by taking it as a center. You all must know that the polygon is either inscribed or circumscribed. So this would be an inscribed polygon. Inscribed polygon means that the polygon will be constructed in the inside periphery of the circle. Now we need to draw a pentagon, so we will keep this 5 as center and 5A as radius. Five as center and 5A as radius, and draw a circle. We have got the side length, we have got the circle, so we just need to cut arc on this circle. Take AB as radius, A as center, mark an arc. Take again AB as radius, marking an arc respectively. Join this arc with a dark line and you will get your desired pentagon, which is inscribed in a circle, also having side of 30 degrees. We have drawn a pentagon. We will name this P1, P2, P3. Now keeping 6 as center, as we also need to draw a hexagon, keeping 6 as center, 6A as radius, and drawing a circle. Drawing a circle. Again same procedure would be there. AB as radius, cutting arc on this outer circle. we have got the arcs. Now we will join this arc with the line and we will get our desired hexagon as well. So this is how we can get our hexagon as well. You can see 6 sides, 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. In the pentagon 1 2 3 4 and 5 sides. If I have drawn using circle using point number 4, then I would have got the square. If I have put the point number 7 over here, then I would have got the heptagon. We will see the repeat procedure of the same. We have got this AB. AB is our given side length of a polygon. We have taken the bisector of AB line, taking A as center, arc on both sides, taking B as center, AB as radius, marking an intersecting arc, joining this arc with the center line. Now, where this bisector line intersects with this AB line, we have marked point number O. Taking O as center, OA as radius, we have marked a semicircle. Where this semicircle intersects with the bisector line, we have given the name as point number 4. And the above bisector is given as point number 6. Now, we need to take bisector of point number 4 and 6. We know how to take bisector. That's why we have received point number 5 on the bisector line. Now, in this problem, we have been asked to draw a pentagon and hexagon. So, taking point number 5 as center, 5A as radius, and we have drawn a circle. As we all know that polygons are either circumscribed or inscribed. This polygon would be inscribed. So we have got the circle, we have got the side length. Taking A as center, AB as radius, marking an respective arc. Joining them arc will give you our polygon. Same way, taking point number 6 as center, drawing a circle of 6A radius, marking an arc on each circle, and by joining this arc we will get our universal circle method, polygon, pentagon and hexagon. We will see our next problem. We need to draw a rectangular parabola for length 110 mm and height 80 mm. Now, parabolic shape is very important in all the parameters. If you look at the applications of a parabola, the parabola can be used in the mirror, parabolic mirror. If you see your bike's headlight, then that portion would be also again a parabolic section. So we will now see how we can draw this parabola using the rectangle method. First of all, we will write down the given data. The given data is given as length is 110 mm, height is 80 mm. Length is given as 110 mm, height is given as 80 mm. How we can draw this? Rectangular method, as the name only suggests, that we will construct a rectangle having side of 110 and 80 mm. First of all, draw a horizontal line of 110 mm. From its perpendicular, let's name it A and B. From A, perpendicular line of 80 mm, and from B as well, line of 80 mm perpendicular. Joining both these lines will give our rectangle of 80 by 110. We'll name it as C and D. Marking a midpoint of 110 at 55 mm, taking a perpendicular line as well. Taking a perpendicular line as well. Name it as OO dash. Divide OA into 5 equal parts and AB into 5 equal parts. 55 means that 11 would be each. 11, 22, 33 and 44. Same way OB. 11, 22, 33 and 44. Same way on the AD. Total height is 80 mm, and if we divide into 5 equal parts, then it comes around 16, 32, 48, again 16. Same way on another side, 16, 32, 48 and again 16. Now join. We'll first of all give this name to this 1, 2, 3, 4. Over here also 1, 2, 3 and 4. Over here 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Join O-1. It's identical to the oblong method of the ellipse only. Join O-1, O-2 and respectively all the points you need to join. O-1, O-2, 3 and 4. Now the basic difference between this oblong method and rectangle method is only that in this the projection would be perpendicular. One by one it will reach to each line, 1 to 1, 2 to 2, 3 to 3 and 4 to 4. We have got the points which we need to join. We can join this point using either the French curve or either using by manually also. We have got this parabolic shape. Giving nomenclature as well: P1, P2, P3, P4, P5, P6, P7 and P8. Giving the dimensions as well, length is 110 mm and this height would be 80 mm. Height would be 80 mm. We'll write down that this drawing has been done using rectangle method. If it is not been specified that you need to draw parabola using rectangle method only, then you can draw this parabola using the tangent method also. That in tangent method only thing will change, that it will be a conical shape and the height would be taken as 80 mm into 2, which means that the height would be 160 mm, and then the procedure would be the same. First of all, draw a horizontal line of 110 mm, naming it A and B. From point A, perpendicular line of 80 mm. From point B as well, perpendicular line of 80 mm. Taking midpoint of O, marking it with the rectangle. Now dividing AO into 5 equal parts and AD into 5 equal parts, as well as OB into 5 equal parts and BC into 5 equal parts. This is 80 divided by 5 is equal to 16 mm of each part. This would be 55 divided by 5, which means that 11 mm of each part, giving O dash to 1, O dash to 2, O dash to 3 and O dash to 4 on both the side. Now from point number 1 to 1, 2 to 2, 3 to 3 and 4 to 4, we have extended the line vertically. Now we have marked the point P1, P2, P3, P4, P5, P6 and P8, joining them with the smooth curve.